Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mike.
It's Yi.
Welcome to Beyond Science 2. Thank you for joining me today, Yi.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, we got an interesting story I want to talk about. So, time capsules. Those are usually pretty fun.
Yes.
I mean, they could also be really mysterious.
Yes.
Because usually they were buried a long time ago.
I don't know why when I was little I had this fear of time capsules because I feel like when I opened them there could be something
Like a curse.
I didn't expect inside.
Like a dead body. Like a dead hand.
Yes, like a dead hand or something like that. I don't know if I'm just morbid, but that's always what I thought when I was younger.
Yeah, because if you think about our ancestors, what they put into time capsules, they have maybe some jewelry, but it's all like pretty, personal, ancient stuff. So to me, I'm thinking a lot of that stuff is like still embodies some of their spirit or essence. And to me, that's all cursed. Because I don't know, man, I don't trust that.
Well, I think it's kind of fun because when you take out a time capsule, it's like you capture a moment in time. And that's what's awesome about it. But also, if you find something that is not from that time, you're like, how did this get in there?
Well, this story creeped me out a little bit. A woman named Janet Knox from Baton Rouge, she found a time capsule because her house flooded that forced her kind of tear down some walls, and she found this time capsule in the wall of her house.
Yes.
And the stuff she found inside some of them were really creepy.
I know. I mean, first of all, when things get older, they naturally look creepier because they used to be vibrant and beautiful, and then when you take it out, it's like been 30 years or 40 years or even more, they're all yellow and gray, and it's like an abandoned theme park.
Well, she knew when the time capsule went in because there was a newspaper in there. So the newspaper was from 1942. And then there was also, what I found really creepy was a doll.
A naked doll.
Naked doll. Like, dolls are inherently evil. I believe that. I truly believe that.
Because of Chucky and the cursed Japanese dolls.
And also Annabelle.
Oh my gosh.
Like, dolls, I don't mess with dolls. Anytime I see an old doll, I holy fire that sucker. Like, I sulfur and I salt it and I'll burn it to the ground.
No, I'm with you. Like, if I go and move into a new house and there's like a random doll sitting in a corner of a room, I'm like, I'm moving. Does this house... Nope, selling it again. Nope.
Yo, dolls will kill you. I kid you guys not. But anyway, they found this creepy doll and found some other stuff. But what's really strange about this was there was a figurine of Dale from Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers.
Well, I love them.
Have you saw that?
Yeah, I didn't see that specific thing, but I saw them in like various little clips.
Okay, you never seen like the actual cartoon. I used to go home and follow that cartoon. I used to go home and that's one of the cartoons we would watch when I was a kid. Chip 'n Dale's, Tailspin. You guys know what I'm talking about? Then you know how old I am. Anyway, the thing about why this is so interesting is that the Chip 'n Dale figurine was not created until 1991.
That particular figurine.
Like,
apparently the character came out in the 40s, but it was completely different from what the character is now, or at least in the 90s. You
Exactly.
know? And so, I mean, what's real creepy is how old that looks too. It looks, it's supposed to be like way newer, but it looks even older than the doll. So I'm really confused.
So 1991, it came with like cereal boxes, I guess.
Right.
Then, so that to now would be 20 odd years.
Well, it's not
right?
that
20 odd
old.
years.
Yeah.
So it does look a little weathered. We don't know how Dale plastic figurines typically age, but so there's a couple of answers here to how this came to be. One is that, of course, somebody opened the time capsule and put something else in without taking anything out, so they added to it. Two, time travel.
Time travel. Somebody went back to the 40s. Somebody from the 90s went back to the 40s?
No, I'm thinking somebody from the 40s went to the 90s, got a Chip 'n Dale doll, came back to the 40s, put it all into that capsule.
That is an interesting theory. I hadn't even thought about it. Now, we might sound cuckoo, but when I was reading this story, I didn't even think that you could open time capsules to add stuff in it. So when I read this, I've never opened a time capsule, to be honest. So I don't really know, but my impression was that sometimes they're really hard to open. And first of all, hard to find. I'm like, yo, how come this thing from the 90s is in this box with the things from the 40s? I'm like, this is definitely some kind of like unexplainable phenomenon.
Yeah, I make it a point, not that I have a lot of opportunities, I make it a point never to open time capsules. You know why?
Why?
Because if you think about it, why do people do time capsules? It's a couple reasons. One is like, okay, Nowadays we do it a lot because schools will be like, hey, let's just do a time capsule for the future because that's what people do. We got a lot of extracurricular activities and time. We think of that about this stuff. But back then, people really just wanted to like learn a trade. They had better things to do than just be like, let's plan for the future. So I'm thinking, and this is not completely accurate. I know there are legit time capsules that exist, but I'm thinking there might be somebody, because that's the time of, if you think about it, a lot of, I mean, that's not the prime time for witchcraft, but the further back we go, the more curses and stuff exists. So I'm thinking like, what if somebody's like, I'm gonna put a cursed doll in this time capsule, and then you're gonna open it, and it's gonna kill you.
You have a very morbid trail of thought, my friend. I mean, I didn't even think that far, but now I'm even more afraid of time capsules. When I was little, I heard of this scary story where someone opened the time capsule and they found someone who had been murdered, and they opened it and they had been placed in there because they knew nobody would open the time capsule.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid of antiques in general because I don't know where it's been.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of antiques. So I'm not a big fan of like just holding old stuff. And if I just found it, like that ring thing. If you open this, you're gonna die in 9 days or 7 days.
7 days. If you watch it, you'll die in 7. I'm like, why would you watch a random tape? It was pretty creepy to begin with. And like in China, apparently you can't even wear old jade because if somebody else wore the jade, like let's just antiques or something like a pendant jewelry, you wear it and the owner of that piece of jewelry will actually affect you. Something from their body will affect you.
Yeah.
If they're cursed, if they're a bad person, like don't wear that.
So anything can become a spirit because it kind of takes the energy from you and kind of like
becomes something. Yeah.
So that's all kind of creepy to me. So any old stuff. So in this case, that doll I would destroy right away. That newspaper, okay, whatever. That's just newspaper. Can't really do anything. There's a little bolt. I mean, why would anyone also put in a fork and a spoon? I have no idea. So this is either like time capsule from a kid. Right? These are kid items, right?
Yeah, like toys, yeah.
Like miniature little spoon and fork, a little naked doll. This is a creepy kid. Really creepy kid. It's a creepy time traveling kid.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's weird taste. First of all, the newspaper doesn't strike me as a kid thing.
Right.
This is really weird to me because the other items are such toys,
exactly.
you know? But the newspaper is not something a kid will put in there.
And if an adult putting in a time capsule, they'd be like, all right, I'm going to put in some real, like maybe my diary from, I don't know, from the like 1900s or something like that.
Or little artifacts. I don't think an adult would put in like a plastic doll. Like that doesn't strike me as something an adult would do, but you know.
So the other, I guess, feasible possibility is that the adult created a time capsule for the kid and then be like, yo, what do you want to put in there? And then let's travel to the future and grab a Dale figurine and come back.
People need to look into more time capsules and see if this is a thing. Because I think that a lot of people say that apparently they like to open time capsules and add stuff to it. But I'm like, how? I mean, I thought this lady owned the house. So the previous owner of this house opened it and then put stuff in there. It doesn't sound very feasible to me.
Well, let me run this by you then. Okay. So let's say the person who had the figurine, right? It has to be a kid. Like adults not gonna eat too much cereal, I don't think. Most adults.
Or even save the figurine.
Right, or save the figurine. So a kid must have had this figurine. Let's say someone added the thing to the time capsule. But why didn't this kid take the little bolt and take the little doll? If this is a kid, I'd be like, yo, it's a free bolt. It's a free creepy doll. As a kid, I wasn't afraid of creepy dolls yet. Be like, that's a creepy doll. I'm gonna take it. But not only did the kid not take anything, they added something, which I find peculiar. So I'm going with time travel.
I would have to agree with you. I mean, now somebody's gonna be like, oh, these two are cuckoo. But I think that, you know, like there's so many unexplained phenomena, you know? I actually think that time travel, I mean, I guess I watched too many movies and stuff like that where time travel is actually a thing.
Oh, time travel is possible.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like at this point.
Scientists have even said, Einstein has said, time travel is definitely possible. Time travel is possible. It's just a matter of have we figured it out yet? Or how many people are from our current time are actually from the future? We don't know.
Back to the future. To the future.
Part 3.
Yeah. So I definitely think that I thought it would be somebody from the far future who came back in time and did this. Because I'm like, I don't know if people have developed that in the 40s, you know. How did they get a machine in the 40s? An alien?
What if you don't need a machine? What if you don't need a machine? What if
It's a dimension.
Yeah, it's a dimension thing. Where they found out like a vortex.
Vortex, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things that could prompt time travel. You don't know. My question is, why this time capsule? That's all. Why? I mean, this is just creepy.
It's unexplainable. I'm like, why that? Why not put something more indicative of each time era? You know?
Well, those are our theories on what we think this is. I'm going with time travel, so your conclusion is?
My conclusion is, I mean, I would have to agree. Or
creepy ghost?
Creepy ghost, or I guess the second theory which is everyone's theory, is just somebody opened it. Which, I don't know how, that's also kind of like leaves us with a lot of questions. The time travel theory leaves us with a lot of questions, and the opening of the box also leaves us with a lot of questions.
You know what? I think somebody should actually go through that newspaper and see if there's clues in there. Maybe there's a puzzle. You know what I mean? The newspaper is connected to the naked doll in the Dale figurine.
It's all a conspiracy.
But let us know what you think about this mystery. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.